Hey guys, just thought I'd do a quick update on the 240. I'm sorry if I'm a little shaky today. I don't have this camera on a stabilizer. I'm just using handheld, kind of spur of the moment. Thought I'd update it because, as you can kind of see, there's a divider, little slit of division here on the left side of the tank. There's two severums in there, and the reason being is this severum, when I went to vacation, I came back, he was getting almost to the point where if I hadn't taken him out, he would have probably died. But now he's recovering well. You can see his fins being a little nipped off at the end, looking a lot better. And I'm waiting until he recovers fully before I sell him, because he's not going to be able to exist in this tank. All the other fish, the Central Americans, they're way too aggressive. So far, the smaller gold severums, they're doing fine for whatever reason. Maybe because their size, they're smaller, so you know the others aren't intimidated by them. But for now, these three gold severums will stay. And on that note, the two red shoulder severums, these guys they hold their own. They're just as big as the other fishes, or most of the other fish in the tank, but they're pretty aggressive. I don't know too much about the severum family of fish. I know there's some that are more aggressive than others. I'm willing to bet these type, whatever they are the aggressive type, because again, they're high in the pecking order in the tank. You know, with this guy, Midas, and large Viejas and Spillums, or Melanera, that guy, you know, they hold their own. But other than that, well, actually there's another kind of big update. Is, as you could see, or if you notice, maybe not, they're very small. These geos, I only have one left, and it's, yeah, every time I go on vacation, something seems to happen. So probably like a month ago, maybe, went on vacation for probably 4 days, came back. I had originally about 8 of them, and you know, they just picked them off. Somehow one surviving, so he seems like he's doing okay so far. I wouldn't be surprised if he was gone at any given time. Other than that, everybody is doing quite well, and I just have to always highlight this black belt. He's probably still my favorite fish. It's coming along very nicely. He has some pink hues on his tail right there, as you can see. That's looking good. Some bluish greenish tint to his body, so very nice. And of course, this Midas is doing very well in the tank. By very well, I mean no one's attacking him, and most importantly, he's not attacking anyone else. He'll nip here and there, and when he does, it's pretty violent. But for the most part, you know, he's getting along quite well with everybody else. As you can see, his head is coming in nicely, so he's got a nice little hump to his head now. So I know I have to keep a watch on him, because once he grows, he's about probably 7 inches now. Once he grows to about 9-10 inches, once he catches up with this guy, there'll probably be trouble, because I'm assuming he'll dominate this one. So I have to keep an eye on that. But since they're not the same species, it should be okay. We'll see. And let's see what else to update you guys on. Here's the Zonatus. Try to get a close-up of him. They're looking good. Again, the body shape, that elongated body, I'm not totally into that, but he's doing good. and feisty as heck. If he were larger, he'll probably run the tank, possibly, or this guy will run the tank. But either way, the mixture seems pretty nice right now, just minus the the red Severum. And yeah, so I'm just gonna zoom out and kind of finish up with some panning around and let you guys, view the fish without me talking for a bit. And before I sign off, one thing I do want to mention is, if you notice, the 240 now has the driftwood on both ends of the tank. I noticed when I did a centerpiece arrangement where all the driftwood was in the center, it looked nice, but it kind of caused a lot of tail nipping, and these fish had torn fins. And I'm thinking because they all kind of congregate towards the center, closer proximity, not too much places to run and hide. So I noticed that, and I quickly changed my my decor to have two prominent locations, one on each end. Right, this way you have fish that needs to hang out on the left side, and the fish that needs to hang out on the far left side, leaving the center free as a free open swim space for those who need to kind of get away and just kind of swim openly. This kind of stretches out the tank, less aggression and less torn fins. As you can see, most of the fish who had torn fins, it's all recovered. Very specifically the black belt here, he had some bad fin tornage, if that's even a word, but he's recovering quite nicely. Just a little nick on the right there. But yep, I think that'd do it for this update. I'll update you guys again in about a month, or as things change that warrants an update. Alright, have a good one, guys. See ya.